My dear brothers and sisters, in our gospel today, we might as well uh, different opinions because it looks like the steward, the they call him to be the wise steward, being praised in the gospel today, and this honest steward, which means because he knew that he's going to be fired in the soonest time, and he said to himself, what will I do? Now my master is taking the position of steward away from me. I am not strong enough to dig, and I am ashamed to beg. I know what I shall do so that when I'm removed from the stewardship, they will welcome me into their homes. So he started to call his master's debtors one by one, and he started to, to trim down the, uh, the obligations or uh, their debts, so that he may appear to be good, kind, so that he has someone to run to when time of need. And here we see that he looks to be good and kind to other people. But the master didn't know that he was being cheated by this steward. At the end of the gospel, it says, and the master commended the dishonest steward for acting prudently. Because what is being praised for him is that he had done something. He acted prudently. Because prudence in this context is being understood as he knows where, when time comes, then he was able to do something out of his situation. If we have to accommodate, we have this kind of Filipino values. There are three important things that describe our Filipino values. Ang ating kalooban. No? Ang loob, ang ating kalooban. Which means we have this strong sense of utang na loob. We have this strong sense of pasasalamat. And it says that if we don't have this sense of utang na loob at pasasalamat at pagtanaw, this is kind of social evil. And you are also someone who don't have this sense of goodness and kindness in you if you don't have this pagtanaw na utang na loob. Perhaps we see in here that the gospel reading today may give us a sense of different opinions. Because why? Are we going to tolerate this kind of dishonest stewardship where we see that the means is that for him to be saved, his face, his name, and also not to make his life so miserable in the eyes of people, then he did something before he was being fired by his master. Again, this gospel, in our moral perspective, may not tell us that the end justify the means. No? Ibig sabihin, this steward tried to save himself by cheating, trying to trim down all these obligations so that he may be appear good to other people. At the back of his mind, he has this motive that he has someone or people to run into in times of need. But then, my dear brothers and sisters, we are once again reminded that indeed he was being praised because of his prudence and also being accountable in the guise of cheating. or dishonesty. By the end of the day, my dear brothers and sisters, it is all about values and priorities. And that is that may we truly hold the values of Christ, not only the values of the world, but the values of God, which is the most important. Every day, we're being challenged to what we really hold into. There are different values and priorities. But let us choose to what is imperishable, to what is important, to what is long-lasting. May we have always the values of Christ, not the values of the world.